Abraham Lincoln once said, if you give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'll spend 4 hours sharpening the blade. And what we have in front of us is a specimen of a blade. Ryan's one of those guys that's, on paper he looks like he's very fortunate, has a great family. If you've met his parents, you know how awesome his parents are. He's at a great education. And usually when we have all that, we rest on our laurels. What's great about Ryan is he's relentless. His commitment to making a difference for others, for making a difference for children, for his country, for his neighbors, is unparalleled. Right? How many of you know Ryan as someone who makes a difference in the world? So why we're gathered here today is because the world has sharpened this man. He has put himself out there time and time again to create a message that really speaks to people, to create a message that will make a difference for people. So without further ado, please welcome with a humongous round of applause, Mr. Rauner.
Intro, although I don't think I'm going to have Mo speak before me again. That's a tough act to follow. Thank you all for being here. I want to first thank Mad Rose for making this possible, hosting us tonight. I've been wanting to do this event for 2 years. To have an organization like NextGenGOP and a place like Mad Rose to do it in is just a blessing, so thank you. I also specifically want to thank the Log Cabin Republicans and my friend Gregory Angelo. The Log Cabin Republicans have been fighting this fight for over 30 years, and I want to thank you and commend you on your courage and your steadfastness. And then I want to thank you all for being here, for standing with us, and for standing up for other people's rights. You are the type of people that are going to make this nation and this world a better place. We have, give yourself a round of applause, people, come on. You know, we've reached a crossroads in history. I don't think we've ever been more disaffected, disappointed, or disgusted with our political system. The parties have gone too far to the left and too far to the right, to the point that neither truly represents our values anymore. Amen. And when we are left to have to choose between the lesser of two evils every time we vote, whatever that means to each one of us. We just want to live our lives. We just want the government to work. But we've forgotten that the government only works when good people are involved. And that's what NextGenGOP is about. It's not a group, it's a movement. It's a movement towards the middle where we all truly are. Pretty much all the same, aren't we? I think we all really are the same. Maybe fiscally conservative, socially inclusive, compassionate, liberal, perhaps. I mean, we believe in friendship, not enmity. Compromise, not conflict. We respect other people's opinions, though we don't impose ours per force. We believe that people should be free to believe what they want, live how they want, raise their children how they want, all without the fear of persecution by the government. But there's a common theme here. There are certain principles that unite us all, and that's freedom and equality under the law. Aren't these our highest ideals? Not only as Americans, but as people. That's what we should be about. And that's what should guide us. Today we're here in support of marriage equality. It's not just marriage equality, it's the principle of equality for all. Many of us have never experienced discrimination, which makes it hard to understand. But I ask, imagine if you were born different. Growing up was tough. You felt out of place. You weren't the same as the other kids. Maybe you were made fun of. You're made to feel bad about who you are. And to top it all off, you're not afforded the same rights by your government. That's not right. That's not who we are. We're better than that. We need a little bit more compassion, empathy, and tolerance. Unfortunately, sometimes tolerance means tolerance of intolerance. But what we can never tolerate is the power of government being used by one group against another because they disagree with their beliefs or their lifestyle. That's not freedom, and that's not equality. We're in a big mess right now. We have been presented with a great challenge. For too long, we've looked to the government to do this and that. And for too long, the good people have sat on the sidelines. We've forgotten that the government is only as good as the people that comprise it. And I'm here to tell you that that ends now. It's time for the good people to stand together and make our voices heard. In 20 years, we will look back in history and see this is the time that we made the choice to be better, to treat one another with love and respect, and govern by the principles of freedom and equality under the law. And that's a great responsibility, but I believe we're up to it. So we're going to call on you. We're going to need you. It's up to you to make your voice heard. No longer will you have to say, I'm a Republican, but. NextGenGOP is going to give you the opportunity to say, I'm a Republican and. Together, we can define what it means to be a Republican. And together, we can create a party that represents our values and that we can be proud of. Thank you.
All right.
Let's give her a big round of applause.